Hello there, welcome to the Indian Insight channel. In this video, I'm going to share my analysis of the Indian Nifty. Basically, I want to share an observation from recent price action in the market, and I want to look at history and see what we can learn from the history of and the price action in Indian Nifty. On your screen here are two frames. The top frame here is of Nifty 50 weekly chart. The bottom frame is also the same, Nifty 50 weekly chart. The only difference is that this highlight here is the price action between October 21 to recent price action, and in the bottom frame we have the focus on the price action between September 18 and January 2020. First, let's analyze what happened between September 18 and January 2020. During this period, we saw there was flat return in the market. Basically, a new high was created in Indian Nifty in June 19, and this was only slightly higher, say around 2 to 3% higher than the high created in September of 2018. Similarly, if we compare the high created in January 2020, then this was also only marginally higher than the high created in June of 2019. When you see this kind of a price action, but the market fails to sustain a breakout above new highs, then it should signal to you that there is a high chance that the market has topped out and it will have to test the waters on the other side, that is towards the support areas, before it can sustain a major rally. And around January 2020, we had all the news around COVID, and there were talks about this new mystery virus in China and how there were lockdowns in China. And by March of 2020, we saw that there was this COVID crash because there was a lockdown imposed in India as well to contain COVID. Now let's look at what has happened since October of 2021. The October 2021 high was broken around November 2022, but again there was not a sustained move above the 18th October 21 high. So October 21 highs were broken, but the prices didn't sustain this break. Then again we broke this high in June 2023, and since then we have not really rallied much higher. We have made a couple of new highs, but we have not rallied much higher. Ideally, if this was a roaring bull market, then we should have seen a sustainable rise after we broke above the November 2022 high. However, we see we were retesting this trend line here, and after a retest we saw a rally, and then again we are back to the trend line, and now we have broken below the trend line. So the similarity of these two price actions, in the sense that we have not been able to sustain breakouts now for close to 2 years. So for 2 years now, we have not seen a sustainable rally in the index. So this prima facie tells us that the bullishness has not sustained. Also, from the price action between 2018 and 2020, what we can learn is that after we broke below the 50-day moving average, we saw a major fall due to COVID. But currently we are still above the 50-day moving average. However, the similarities in price action is also matched with the similarities in the news flow. For example, during January of 2020, we saw there was a lot of buzz around COVID. And right now we are seeing a lot of buzz around the Israel-Palestine war. Now one may say that COVID was a disease and there was danger of contagion. This is not applicable for the war. However, if you understand geopolitics even a little bit, then you would agree that this war can lead to a contagion in case more countries from the region join in the war. So if, for example, Iran or Saudi Arabia becomes a part of this war, then you will see a major increase in oil prices. So there can be a huge oil shock which would affect our markets because we are dependent on imports for our energy needs. So you can see a contagion from an oil shock if this war sustains for a longer time period. So this is why at this point it is not advisable to be too aggressive for with your long-term investments either, because you are likely to see lower prices in the time to come. With this, I come to the end of this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please remember to like the video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for logging in.